Good morning everyone. In this module we are going to study the preparation of ethers and physical properties and chemical properties of course. Preparation of ethers by the dehydration of alcohol. There is a slight difference of the temperature, the reactants. Alcohol reacts with the sulfuric acid when temperature is kept 443 Kelvin. It gives the alkene. And when the temperature is slightly lower, that is 413 Kelvin, in the presence of sulfuric, it gives the diethyl ether. The mechanism of this reaction is as follows. It takes place, the mechanism takes place in 3 steps. It is a nucleophilic biomolecular reaction SN2, and the attack of alcohol molecules takes place on the protonated alcohol. In the step 1, the protonated alcohol is released, and this attack, the alcohol ethanol attack on protonated alcohol, the oxonium ion is formed, and which by the deprotonation gives the dialkyl ether. It is not appropriate for the preparation of mixed ethers, that is, if you want to prepare ethyl methyl ether, this process is not appropriate. Next method for the preparation is very important. It is another name reaction, Williamson synthesis. It is an important laboratory method too. It can be used for preparation of the symmetrical and unsymmetrical ether. Alkyl halide react with the sodium alkoxide, giving the ethers. When we are taking the different alkyl group, it will produce the mixed ether. The reaction involves SN2 attack of the alkoxide ion on the primary alkyl halide. This is the tertiary sodium oxide, and this reacts with the alkyl bromide, and the product is the tertiary ether. Phenol are also converted to the ether by this method. Phenol reacts with the NaOH, gives the sodium phenoxide, and when it reacts with the alkyl halide, gives the alkyl phenyl ether. Can you guess, if we will take aryl halide and react with the sodium alkoxide, can this reaction be giving the ethers? You can guess. The reaction is no. Ether is not formed because the elimination competes over the substitution. This is one of the example in which you can take that this is the reaction sodium ethoxide reacting with the tertiary aryl halide. क्या ये reaction, what would be the major product of this reaction? Write a suitable reaction for the preparation of tertiary butyl ethyl ether. So the reaction cannot take place. The major product by this two is the alkene. Here the alkene will be formed, not the ether, because the sodium ethoxide is a strong nucleophile, as well as it acts as a strong base, so the elimination reaction dominates over the substitution, as I already told you in my previous slide. So taking the example, if you want to get the ether, then the reaction may be this type. Now the physical properties of the ethers. Carbon-oxygen bond in ethers are polar in nature. Ethers have a net dipole moment. The weak polarity of ether do not appreciably affect their boiling point. Ether and alcohols are isomeric of each other, but the boiling point of the ether is much lower than the boiling point of alcohol. We can take the 3 examples. and in this is the N-pentane, ethoxyethane and butane 1,4. The maximum boiling point is of butane 1,4. The reason behind this is the simple, that is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding is present in alcohol. Now about the solubility, ethers are miscible with water because again they are able to form the hydrogen bond. Now the chemical reactions of the ethers. Chemical reactions of the ethers involve the cleavage of CO bond. Ethers are least reactive of the functional group. Cleavage of CO bond in ethers takes place under the drastic conditions with the excess of hydrogen halides. The reaction of dialkyl ethers give the two alkyl halide molecules if we are taking the axis. Alkyl aryl ethers are cleaved at the alkyl oxygen bond, and due to the more stable aryl oxygen bond, the reaction yields the phenol and the haloalkane. Okay. Cleavage of unsymmetrical ethers. Unsymmetrical ether, when the R are different, then they react with the HX and it produces the alcohol and the haloarenes. When the primary and secondary alkyl group, are present, the lower alkyl groups form the alkyl halide, and this reaction is taking place by the SN2 mechanism. So this is the example where the HI reacts and it gives the higher alkyl groups gives the alcohol and the lower one will give the haloalkane. When one of the alkyl group is tertiary, the halide formed is a tertiary halide. This reaction is taking place by SN1 mechanism. The reason behind this is the formation of the stable tertiary carbocation. Mechanism of this reaction can be seen. Again the three steps. Number one is the protonation of the ether by the HI, the HIN produced by the HI. This is reversible reaction and the oxonium ion or the protonated ether is formed. In the step 2, the SN2 mechanism, this is taking place in step 2 by the SN2 mechanism. Iodide ion back attack the protonated ether, the intermediate is formed and the alkyl methyl iodide and methanol is formed. Whereas in the step 3, when excess of HI is taken, the reaction carried out at high temperature, ethanol reacts with another molecule of HI and convert the ethyl iodide as we are observing. In case of the tertiary alkyl halide, the step 2 is followed by SN1 mechanism, and as you can see, why the tertiary, because the tertiary carbocation is more stable, so the product form is the tertiary alkyl halide. The slow reaction is the rate determining, hence it is taking place by the SN1 mechanism. Now we will take the example of the aromatic ether, that is the anisole methylphenyl oxonium ion is formed by the protonated ether. The bond between OCH3 is weaker. The bond between the OCH3 is weaker, or because the carbon of the phenol. The reason behind this is the presence of sp2 hybridized carbon, and this is sp2 hybridized carbon attached to the oxygen, and this is this partial double bond character. So preventing the formation of the phenol and the methyl iodide. The attack of the iodide ion break OCH3 bond to form the CH3 ion. Phenol do not react further to give the halide because the sp2 hybridized carbon of the phenol cannot undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction needed for the conversion to the halide. Electrophilic substitution, the alkoxy group of is ortho-para-directing. As we can see, the resonating structure of the aromatic ether toward the ortho and para position become electron rich, so they are directing the substituent at the ortho and para position. Electrophilic substitution, we can take the halogenation. Bromine is added in the presence of ethanoic acid. The para-bromoanisole and ortho-bromoanisole is formed. Here the para is a major product and ortho is a minor product. Nitration always carried out in a presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. 2-nitroanisole is a minor product and the 4-nitroanisole is a major product. Next is Friedels and Kraft reaction. Friedels-Kraft alkylation takes place with the help of CH3Cl in the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride. The presence of carbon disulfide is also there, and it will give 2-methoxytoluene as a minor product and 4-methoxytoluene as a major product. Acylation of the anisole taking place in the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride, it will give 2-methoxyacetophenone and 4-methoxyacetophenone as a major product. So that's all. Thank you very much for patiently listening this chapter. This is an amazing chapter, alcohol, phenols and ethers. From the board point of view, so many name reactions like Kolbe reaction, Riemer-Tiemann reaction, Williamson's, very important. Alcohol simply has very useful or the versatile compound which is often used in daily codes, and your perfume, sanitizer, as I already told you, your paper, even your biomolecules, every molecule has OH group, like carbohydrates, like DNA. On the other hand, the phenol is more acidic, but it also has a wide use in daily life as well. Ethers are very passive but important and used in the medicines also as anesthetic. So think about the chemistry beyond the classroom, beyond the chemical equations. It is around us.